oftentimes I find in the freight brokerage space specifically, warehouse providers don't seem to have this problem. They seem to kind of know who they are and exactly what they want to do. But in the brokerage space, because it's, anybody that ships is kind of what they say about the ideal customer profile. It can be a little hard to get some of our friends in freight to choose a niche, right? Like you got to choose it, you got to pick it, right? Like I'm a B2B marketer. I could have chosen healthcare, I could have chosen recruiting, but I chose logistics. And so if you have a specific niche that you are the best in, then create content that shows that you are the absolute best at this thing. I'll give you a very specific example. I was at a trade show talking to someone who's really good at delivering heavy, ugly stuff to data centers. Like they're really good at data center transportation, which is super hot right now, right? And so he said to me, yeah, we're seeing our competitors enter our space because data centers are hot, they're all over the news, and so now everybody wants to be in the data center space. And my comment to him was, you need to own a point of view that you are the best at the data center transportation space. And the best way to do that is to put out what we like to think of as an index, 3 KPIs every single month. And that goes out to the universe, it goes out to the press, it goes out to people that own data centers, it goes out to your competitors. But you are signaling to the marketplace that you are the best in data center transportation execution. And then you kind of build a moat, right? You build a moat around what you're specialist in, what you specialize in. And then you have to kind of decide, this is what is really hard for people. You have to decide what you're not going to invest in, because the opportunity cost of doing the same in forestry, which is totally different than data centers, are two very different things. And so sticking to the niche and owning it is a really easy way to A, be first, and then B, be chosen.
I love it. Basically, brand yourself that you are the specialist for that niche, data science or
Yep.
whatever it is you are doing.
Yep.
I love it. That's my, favorite thing to do. So I have to ask you, one of your posts went viral about Meghan Markle, right? Think people avoid being strategic even when they know it's the only way to win.
Yeah, I think Meghan Markle is the most strategic person on the planet, right? This woman grew up in Compton, and her children are literally a prince and princess. Like, that does not happen by accident. She put herself in the right place to be introduced to this man and found a way, however she got him to marry her. Like, well done. Like, I think that's awesome. And so I think she's a great example of just a master strategist, right? And now she's doing other stuff, and I'm obsessed with her TV show, and I love everything about Meghan Markle. But I think she's a little polarizing. But I was very happy that people thought that was interesting on LinkedIn. Yeah. So there are 3 strategies that work in freight. The first is a true executive point of view, like an index. 2 is layering intent data onto an established CRM and marketing automation platform. And 3 is partnerships. And depending on the logistics organization, the Gartner ecosystem can also be super, super valuable. And I think there's a lot of folks that, hey, Gartner's pay to play and we don't want to play that game and blah, blah, blah. And I don't disagree. Gartner is definitely pay to play. But shippers care, right? Shippers are the ones that we're not worried about each other, right? Like we're not selling to each other, we're selling to shippers. And if you think about the gentleman who, I don't know, runs Sherman Williams, transportation management software decision-making process, he is going to use the Gartner Magic Quadrant as part of his package that he takes to his boss, right? And so I think if we think about the shipper decision-making process, it kind of changes that calculus a little bit. But the 3 things that I would do is I would make sure that I have an executive point of view. I would dip my toe in the water on intent data for sure. And I would make sure that I have a really strong partnership strategy, because partnerships in supply chain equal third-party validation. And so some really great examples of really strong partnership ecosystems in freight. 1 is P44, 2 is highway. Cloud does a really good job of just like the volume of partners that they have that really prove that they are forward thinking and that they're easy to work with, etc. So those are the three strategies that we would use. Although most of the time, our clients are not holding their sales team accountable. So none of it matters because the minute you put a lead in front of them, the salesperson calls them twice and then walks away. And so the most important thing that we are talking to people about on a regular basis is holding their sales teams accountable.